Some hit the key.
Falter, what's good, bro? Welcome. Howdy. Remix. This super remix. How's your week going? Can't complain. I cannot complain. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm gonna cook something up with Musia today. Let's see here. Oh. All right, let's see. Go ahead and switch. I remember to switch scenes this time so y'all can see what the deal was. So I'm not sure if you watched the video today, but this is basically what the plugin looks like. Let's go ahead and open up Omnisphere. Today's all about take risk. What's up, man? Appreciate that, man. Just subscribed 2 weeks ago. Well, welcome to the family. You notice, oh, you can't even see it. You notice over here, you know what the next video is going to be about, this unclean machines. And then I'll probably do, I'm not sure if I'm going to do Nylon Sky or Undercurrent after that, but I'm going to do them separate, those Omnisphere sonic extensions. Super fire. Go ahead and grab something out. We're going to use unclean machines for this. All right, so basically with this plugin, and I would definitely, like I said in the tutorial today, I would recommend at least getting a 30-day free trial on this. because you know you can get 30-day free trial and see if you like it, but you can also create some fire with it in that 30 days. So we're gonna make something in, we're gonna go F minor, because who doesn't love F minor? Firm, and then like that, it'll take all these off for you. And then you can just basically auto generate your chord progression. And then it'll give you something. And these aren't the instruments that you're going to be using. So, oh, I got it in jazz. We'll leave it in jazz. Maybe we'll make something lo-fi-ish. But it's got different genres in which it'll create the stuff for you, the melodies and everything for you. So that's pretty cool as well. Let's go ahead and auto-generate some melodies as well. I'm gonna change this instrument though, and make it the glockenspiel. What's up, Skydra? These instruments are extra Reggie though. So again, don't be grabbing this to think that you're gonna get some fire instruments out of it, because that's not what you're you're getting out of this. But you'll get some decent melodies and you'll get some decent chord progressions. All right, so what's up, Skydra? I think I said hey, but I'll say hey again. So let's go ahead and find something in this omnisphere that I like. What I like about this, besides the fact that it's super fire, is like with the new sonic extensions, it's got like scenes, what they call it, and like each scene, oh, it's gonna make that noise, huh? Each scene is basically the same piano, but it's got different effects on there and different plugins and stuff like that as well. And so like with this, what's pretty cool about these about the sonic extensions is now it has like different effects on here, and then it has like, you know, you can hit your custom controls, and then you can go to obviously your effects here as well. So that's pretty dope. But let's find something. I don't have my keyboard plugged in. But then if you click the next scene, Weaver, what's up, bro? Welcome. I'm messing with this Musia today, and then them sonic extensions from Omnisphere. But I'm gonna, this Unclean Machines sonic extension is so fire. So is the undercurrent. Oh my god, it's so fire, so fire. So I'm gonna use this one right here. Oh. Let's mess with this. I'm gonna drag this chord progression up in here. Boom. Obviously, if you guys have messed with any, if you mess with any drag and drop or any you know, anything like this, any kind of MIDI plugin, then you know I obviously understand that. What's up, Liam? Welcome. Bad Lucks. What up? You just, if you go back to that plugin review, I think you're probably talking about Yum Audio. Just type in Young Audio and you can type in Lo-Fi Flux Lite in your browser and you should be able to find it. But if you can't, in all my videos I always have the link to get you, there's always a link there. So I started doing bit.ly links just so I can kind of track to see how many people go to the sites. But it's a clean bit.ly link. You know, if you just hit that bit.ly link, it'll take you right to the site to where you can download and get it. And I'm gonna drag this one over here and too and use this one. Might want to change the time down though. And I'm gonna lower this down an octave. Should be. Maybe I might higher that back up. I might not use that scene. Oh yeah, I just slowed it down. I think even slower than the 84. Yeah, when I originally started it, I was gonna make it a lo-fi beat, but I didn't change the tempo up here. I just changed it on the Musia. I'm gonna open up another instance of Omnisphere. And then this the nylon strings is dope too. I just wish there was more presets, but the fact that the guitars sound fire in there, but there's only so many of them, but well, most of them sound good. I'm not really gonna use that though in this beat, but it's fire. I'm definitely gonna do a review on all three of these separate. And I got this dude hit me up today. Oh man, this dude hit me up today, and he's got this fire plugin that's about to drop. Like, it's a little expensive, but it is fire. It is super fire. It's all about transitions and risers and stuff like that. And he hit me up on the Instagram and then sent me some links to check it out. And he's got like a demonstration that he's sitting he's holding on to, that he hasn't released yet. Dude, this plugin looks so fire. And like, I'm starting to try to get into making more like cinematic beats and some more like cinematic beats and stuff like that. And so this is like perfect for like transitions and stuff like that. It's just super nice. This undercurrent is nice because these playable textures, dude, they're so fire. Actually, let's look at these textured soundscapes. These are fire too. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. I think these textured playables is what I'm looking for. Bro, that's so dope. I'm about to use that in this beat too. Let's see. Copy this. Paste this here. But there's so many of them too. It's just... Oh, that pitch dropout. That yeah, that pitch dropout is fire. Of all the Yum Audio plugins though, the most fire one, I might throw it on this I might throw it on this um after I finish messing with this. I'm probably just gonna grab another counter melody. But yeah, like I said, this plugin's pretty fire. Like I'm not just saying it to say it. I was paid promotion. But this is by far of all of the AI plugins that I have that I've encountered, and I've done a few. This is like my fourth AI plugin I've done a review on. The melodies on this one are the best, like in my personal opinion, because they give you so many different options. Um they give you counter melodies that make sense with the melody, and that's like huge. That's a big deal. Like if you're just starting off, or you're using AI, or you're just trying to cook up a bunch of samples, or what, for whatever reason that you want to use it for. I'm not here to be a judge, um but for whatever you're using it for, it it just makes sense, instead of giving you like how can I say it, like I feel like the best one overall of all of them is Orb Synth, because Orb Synth gives you sounds that you can use. It gives you arpeggiator. It gives you a variation in bass. It gives you something else too. It gives you a melody, and then it gives you chords. But I like the way the chords are set up. You can do more to control it and stuff like that. But just as far as just one perspective of creating the melodies, which obviously is a big part, I feel like this one is my favorite one. And I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm not here to push you guys to get it or anything like that. I'm just saying, as far as from what I've experienced, this is my favorite one. Let me see here. Yeah, it is. I mean, they're all, I did a review on the hexachords, and I like that one too as well. Um, like I said, I mean, I guess you probably sent that message right as I was saying what I was saying. Yeah, man, I get emails and messages on the gram probably like every other day or something. I just check out the stuff, and then that's how I make my decision on whether I'm gonna try it out or not. Like, typically, I'll respond back and I'll be like, send me something. I like, Shift C, let's randomize these. All right, so I'm gonna use that. That'll be the base of the beat. Get rid of that for now. So like I was saying, what's up? What's up, Fanty? What's up, JJ Biggs? This is of all of the Yum Audio stuff, because I feel like Yum Audio makes some good stuff. I feel like stream is this 68 stream? I feel like that company is probably gonna blow up here pretty soon. I'm not just saying that either. I feel like that company's gonna blow up pretty soon because all their stuff is all their GUIs are clean, all their effects are super dope. I feel like they're gonna blow up here pretty soon. But this right here, this lo-fi playtime, this is my favorite. This is probably my favorite effect plugin that's come out all this year. No cap, no lie. Everybody who's been in here before, they know I always talk about this plugin. I always use this plugin because it's like so dope, man. You can like, each one of these are a channel. So this is your left and this is your right. And so basically you can have effects doing one thing in the right side and effects doing another thing on the left side. It's got halftime, it's got double time, it's got reverse, and then it's got like bit crusher, kind of like an EQ, it's got delay. It's a dope plugin. You can set up the stereo separation. So this is what it sounds like before you put this lo-fi playtime on there. Now when I throw it on there, if I slow down one side, so I mean, I just like this plugin. May not sound the greatest on this road. It's like maybe if I like jump this back up an octave, Shift C. You know what I'm saying? So now it sounds fire. Yeah, that's my favorite of all the plugins. And then that little tape dropout is dope too, because you know you can, let me go ahead and say this again. With the tape dropout, typically I just throw it on the master track if I'm gonna use it. And typically I like to, with the pitch dropout, I like to export the file out so that it's not on the whole track, so I can just use the different spots. But you can do automation with it too, but I like this as well. I'm probably not gonna mess with that right now yet though. I might throw it on at the end. So now let me get some drums up in here. I already know what time it is. I need to I was like literally today, all day today, I was working on samples for this sample pack. And I think we're gonna drop it. We were gonna try to drop it on the first, but I think we're gonna add a couple more samples to it. So I think it's going to drop like the 10th or so of November, maybe the 10th or the 15th. And it's me and Arseny. It's just gonna be a lo-fi sample pack, so there'll be like I think like 30 or 40 lo-fi samples in there. And then we're gonna do some drum loops as well. And then I think at the end of the month I'm gonna drop another just a drum kit, but the drum kit's gonna be huge. So it's either gonna be the 15th of December when I drop the drum kit, or it's gonna be the 30th of November. But it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be like 20, 25 808s, 20, 25 kicks, a bunch of hi-hats, a bunch of snares and stuff like that. But it's all gonna be solid. And I think with the drum pack, I'm going to the way I've been doing it so far is that I've been building the kick with the 808. So it's like like the first kick will match the first 808, the second kick will match the second 808 in the pack. 'Cause that's what I've been doing so far is I've been making all the 808s and everything and all the kicks, I've been making them together so that it's easier for you to find and match the 808s and the stuff like that as well. And then I was also thinking about maybe making a third folder. Tell me if you guys like this idea. I was thinking about making a third folder because normally you have the kick and the 808. I was thinking about making a folder of just the kick and the 808s together. But the only thing about that is you can't do slides, and if you wanted to take them out and stuff like that, you would have to use the regular 808. So maybe I can name it, like both those kick and 808 together or something. Um, but I think that would be dope too. 'Cause I think that'd be very helpful if you were like making stuff and you were in a hurry. You could just go slap a kick and an 808 on there together, and it'll fit. You already know that they work, they sound good together. Kretzer on peak. What's up, bro? Bam Vox, my guy. What's up, bro? Welcome. Did the Lakers lose tonight? They were just up before I got on stream. I mean, sometimes I make different stuff. Typically, I do make a lot of like hip hop, trap, lo-fi. Um, you were here when y'all got me to make that rock beat that y'all sounded like some Blink 182, or I can't remember who y'all said it sounded like. But yeah, man. He said, "Have I been tuning into the long live stream?" No, you've been here the whole time, bro. You love the vibe. That's what it is, man. You love the vibes in here. I can't believe the Lakers took an L. Who were they playing? They were playing somebody weak too. Oh, that's funny. I don't really necessarily hate on the Lakers. I like LeBron. I'm a Bulls fan, obviously, y'all know that, but I like LeBron's game. I was a hater on the Lakers when the Lakers traded Shaq in that whole Kobe ordeal. I hated on the Lakers for a long time. But I'm not rooting for them to win, that's for sure. But I do like a lot of the players they have on their team. Like, I mean, I like Dwight Howard. I know it's probably a risque thing to say. I like Anthony Davis. I'm definitely a huge Carmelo fan. I like a lot of the players on the Lakers. I'd rather see, if I had to pick between the Nets and the Lakers, though, I'd rather see the Nets win. I want to see my man James Harden win a ring. He gets a lot of hate. A lot of hate. Like, I run the sports group, and in the sports group, they were questioning and making polls. Is James Harden overrated, or is he gonna show that he's overrated because they changed the foul rule? And I'm like, do y'all not watch James Harden play? Like, his game's not all predicated on getting fouls. The dude has a nice handle. He can shoot. He can attack the rim. He's a good rebounder. He's an elite passer. Like, the dude's a really good basketball player. The hate for James Harden is unreal. May not be the best defender, but that dude on offense, man. He can play some basketball. I don't think that snare is going to be the one. Too Cold, what's up, brother? Welcome, man. I'm glad you could hop up in here. Y'all don't know this yet, and he doesn't know this yet either, but Too Cold is about to be my next prodigy. He's about to be a beat making beast. He doesn't even know it yet. My guy though. I made a pretty fire beat for Too Cold too. He's a gamer too. He does Twitch and everything like that. I made a pretty fire beat for him. All right, feel every 2 steps. Y'all already know what the vibes are. Got to get these velocities right so that I guess Cole, you're in here. So here's something you should think about too when you're putting your hi-hats in. Like if you listen to this right now, and you listen to these hi-hats. Now, they sound pretty robotic. If you like go to your velocity and start changing your velocities and stuff, it changes up the way that the hi-hats sound. So and then what I like to do after changing the velocities is I come over here to where it says shift, and then I like to shift every other hi-hat, and this basically makes it more realistic because when when somebody's playing the drums, they're not going to be exactly on beat every time. So this makes the hi-hat sound a little more realistic. And then plus with like a lo-fi beat, it changes the swing, so it makes it sound more like it's that lo-fi groove. So, I mean, I always do this anyway. I typically do this on trap beats too. And then I always mess with this swing over here as well. My man said he's about to create his own genre. What's it going to be a mix of? I'm going to copy this and put it on pattern 1. Paste. Cut it off pattern 2. All right, let's get up in here though. Piano roll. There for now for a second. Control B. Actually, I think I won't have this kick like. See, I feel like it's just a little tad too slow. The funny thing, 10, I don't think 10 is where we're going. The funny thing about making beats is always, oh, the camera died. I gotta fix that. This dang battery, I don't know what's going on with it. I just got these batteries like not even 6 months ago. I got a couple batteries and one of them is already dead. Like it's killed like 2 videos. It killed my natural unboxing of the Bear Dynamic 900s. Like that video, I did an unboxing and the battery died and really the battery died and the video got corrupted. So it was like, oh, that sucks, man. That was a solid unboxing too. So now I'm going to think what I'm going to do with these hi-hats. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this percussion and I guess I'll put a bass note in here first too. I'm going to take all this percussion and I'm going to lump it in together and I'm going to put an effect on there and then I'm going to like export it and then I'm going to like chop up that part and mix it in there too. I'll probably use like Shaper Box or something. Let me go ahead and save this, but let me find a bass real quick. You already know what the vibes are with the bass as well. About to go ahead and open up the sub. I use I don't know what everybody else in here does. Explosive drums. What's up, bro? Welcome. Hi. You know, I it's a hard one for me because I don't necessarily typically recommend taking breaks. I know some people have to though, but I don't necessarily recommend it because for me it takes. I mean, you always do come back with some new fresh ideas. I'm not gonna even hold you on that, but you might have had a bunch of dope ideas that you missed out on as well. So I don't typically. Who am I holding? Probably always. Ah, I do this the straight remedial way. It is who I am now. Some habits are just hard to break. This is a habit I will probably never break. Well, you know what's funny though is that when I do trap beats, I always do the 808 first. But whenever I do lo-fi beats, I always do the kick first. I actually made a beat the other day where I did chords and then I did drums first. I never do drums before. I never do drums before I do a melody. Not gonna happen. Shift C. Drop it to. All right, so now I'm going to take all this percussion and we're going to make a little sample with it. I want to send that to a track. Control. And I probably need to find some little open hat or something. I'm having an internal battle with my open hats right now. I don't like any of them. I don't like any. I gotta go through all my packs and figure out what open hats I like and put them all in one little package. It's just like I have so many open hats, but I just don't like any of them right now. Probably because I've been using them all too much. And what's up, Ender? Welcome. Yeah, that's how I am too, man. If I take a break from a beat, I'm not finishing that beat. like I gotta finish it all in one setting. Like it's just how it is. Because by the time you're ready to finish it, you're ready to start a new beat. My man said I put sidechain on my French fries. I don't really do a whole lot of sidechaining. I mean, on some tracks I will, but I like my stuff just to sound kind of raw. I feel like if I can't make it work, it wasn't made to be. All right, so now I'm going to take And I'm gonna throw some shaper box on there. Shaper box, you are my only friend. Go ahead and save this. Find something with some drums. All right, so go ahead and I'm going to export that. Quick render as an audio clip. Oh yeah, I definitely use effects on my 808s. Not this one though. But I definitely use effects on my 808s. I still feel like the dopest effect to use, the dopest effect to me is still Drive Shaper. Shaperbox killed it with that one. I don't use it all that often, but I still feel like that's the dopest. So, just certain parts. Go ahead and split this by channel. I always say this, if this is your first time in here, make sure that you come back on Sunday. Well, I guess this Sunday's Halloween, so obviously I get it if you don't come back this Sunday. But Sundays we do song submissions. And so typically we get some fire submissions, man, every Sunday. So, you know, I always recommend coming back on Sunday. Sunday is typically the stream with the most folks here and pretty good time. It's just me playing you guys' music and reacting to it. Without that stream, you never would have got.
My girl abandoned her soul's a thief to my actual heart. But when I got the Molly, she be on that. She let me clap her cheeks.
Would have never got that gem. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of arrange this a little bit. Control B, verse. Typically don't make 8 loop bars for boom bap beats or lo-fi beats, but did for this one. So get this out of here and get this out of here. Go. Break in action. See how this sounds for structure. I have a hop back into the chorus. Yeah. Yo, that's actually about a good idea, bro. Um, make a sample for all y'all to do a little, and then all we do the live reactions on Sunday. Explosive drums. I made my first I'm not gonna sit here on tape and make another one right now, but I made my first synthwave beat for that Deep Jupiter plugin that I did. I don't know how it really was as far as you know what I'm saying, synthwave, but it it was the first one that I ever made. So I mean I was proud of myself for that. Um I definitely do like the synthwave sound though. It took a little bit to grow on me, but once it grew on me, man, I'm all for it. Who said somebody said something about atmosphere. I wanted to comment on that. Um, yeah, Ender Omnisphere it's the goat. I don't care what nobody says, it's the goat. It's definitely the goat plugin. And they just dropped they just dropped 4 sonic extensions for it. So they got one that's just for synthwave, and yeah, let's start a new beat. I'm gonna do 3 of my next. I already have my next 4 reviews planned out, man. I'm kind of, if something else comes out free for y'all, obviously I'll try to slide it in the mix. So if I have to make 2 reviews in one day or something, I'll get that stuff for y'all. But my next 4 reviews, I think I'm planned out until the 4th or the 5th, and I've been wanting to do a video on arrangement because you know, as you guys can see, I can arrange beats pretty quick. But there's a method to arranging beats, and you can always arrange a beat. It doesn't always have to be the same, but there's just certain things you can do that would make arranging a beat so much easier. Because I know a lot of times you make a beat, and then you have this loop, and you have all the pieces for the beat, but you don't know how to take that loop and make it into a solid beat. And I'm pretty good at taking a loop and making a loop into a solid beat. But I want to do a video on arrangement. I want to do a video making a beat in Luna for the first time, since I have Luna, since it came with my interface, and I wanted to make a beat in that and torture myself. And then I got a list of videos from a bunch of people in the chat of what they wanted to see. For the most part, I changed some stuff around on the beat, but I mean, you know, I could have left it as it was. I just did a few passing notes, but other than that, I just left everything basically how it was. I got the chord from the plugin. I'm gonna make another beat using the plugin again, so you can basically see what I did. I guess you won't be able to see what I did on that one unless you rewind the video. But it was basically the melody from Musia, and then a counter melody from Musia as well. And then I made some passing notes, and I changed some notes around. I made some things shorter, and I made everything fit. But you know, it all started from that plugin. I got the chords from the plugin. We'll load it back up. I'm gonna make another lo-fi-ish beat because that's what I'm kind of in the mood to make. I've been making, since I've been working on this lo-fi kit, I've been making a lot of lo-fi and boom bap stuff, and so that's just kind of the groove I'm in. So I'm gonna make something else, maybe like around 82. I'm gonna use Atmosphere again. It's like I said, I just got I would definitely recommend, when I started sincerely producing beats and stuff again, this was the first plugin I bought. And I believe it was 2 years ago or something like that. And it's, you know, obviously it's an investment, but this was the first plugin I bought, and this plugin made me confident in my producing, because I had been making beats for on and off for a long time, but I was never really ready to like put my beats out for people to see. I like rapped over them and stuff, but I was never really like ready to like do tutorials or do stuff like that. I wasn't confident in my sound selection. This plugin alone fixed that for me. Yeah, there's a ton of plugins that you can get, and I do like all kinds of videos. Obviously, you guys know, so I get you solid sounds for free. But there's nothing like this plugin. If you've never used it, um, there's nothing like this plugin because it just has just a ton of sounds. You know, I mean, it's got thousands of sounds, thousands and thousands and thousands of sounds. I think there's like 8,000 sounds in here. That they added these sonic extensions, which um are basically expansion packs, and there's 4 of them. I only got 3, but there's 4 of them, and this unclean machine one's got like 2,000 different sounds. Undercurrent I think has like 1,500 sounds. Nylon Sky only has like 100 sounds, but they're all guitars, and the guitars are fire. Like, to load for a second. But they're all, and then they all have different scenes, so each scene's a different guitar. But it's like, these guitars are so fire. They're so fire. I appreciate that explosive drums. I know a lot of times, like, you hear, like, you know, YouTubers be like, "Oh, that was their first one." That was for real, literally the first synthwave beat I ever made. Cause I did that plugin and I was like, man, I should try to make something in that genre. That because you know you don't want to make like try to be like, hey, this is good for synthwave, but you use it in a trap beat, you know? And I do that a lot of times. Like, I'll be like, well, this is great for this genre, but then I'll use it in a trap beat or just some other beat that's not the genre that I'm recommending it for. So I'm gonna try that a little more too. When I do a video with a plugin that's really good for a certain genre, I'm going to try to make a beat that's that genre, and then in the video, the demonstration will be that beat. And I made that beat in like an hour, which was kind of dope. You know, it didn't take me that long, about an hour. About 45 minutes to about an hour is about my normal time when I'm by myself to start and finish a beat. Sometimes it takes me a little longer in stream because I get to talking to you guys and stuff like that. So, um, but yeah, these effects are sincere. This patch is taking forever to load. But all these guitars are fire. Like, that is so dope. I'm not gonna go through all these though, but I just wanted you guys to see. I didn't mean to do that. Come on, Omnisphere. And then this undercurrent. This is so fire too, because this is like for like movie scoring, and you can use it for lo-fi and synthwaves and stuff like that because it's got some fire sounds in here. Rulas, what's up? My guy, Booyaka 619 is in the building. Yeah, this kid, this it's just so fire. It's just so fire. But let's get back to this unclean machines. This is, I can't even say this is my favorite pack of them. I mean, I really do like that. I really do like that undercurrent too. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and find some chords. So this is the show. I know you guys were asking if I got everything from that last melody from this. Yeah, Carlos, when I make this video on arrangement, it should help you out dramatically because it's uh if you look at arrangement like a movie, it makes things a lot easier because you know how in a movie you have like if you look at the verse, like you're building up a verse like it's a movie. So at the beginning, you have your your little intro, so you don't have everything at the beginning. You just have a little bit of the start. Then the next 4 bars, you start to build a little more of your story. Then like your next 4 bars, you have like the meat and potatoes of the beat, and then you build back down, and then the chorus. So just think of it like a movie. Like you have your start, you have your story, you have your climax, and then you have your ending. And then if you think of it like you're telling a story, it just makes it so much easier to put the beat together. Go for D minor. So then boom, I'm just gonna hit auto chords. I don't think I'm gonna use jazz this time though. I think I'm gonna use hip hop. I think I'm gonna make them long chords anyway. Auto melody. Let's get some kind of melody going here. Yeah, yeah. Explosive drums. Either 450 or 497, I'm not sure. But once you get it, you don't need anything else. That's what I was thinking when I got it a couple years ago. I'm gonna turn the density down. I'm gonna turn the syncopation up. No, I'll turn the note split down. Get auto melody. So the one thing that I always say about this too, and by always say I mean I'm saying it right now, is that I wouldn't get too caught up with the way the melody sounds on here because the instruments aren't the greatest on here. Like the instruments aren't that great on here. Um, and so that was my main concern at first. When I first was messing with this, I was like, I don't know about this plugin. I'm gonna be honest, I try to always keep it honest with y'all. I was like, I don't know about this plugin. But then I didn't even attempt to drag it on the first day. I was just trying to figure out the control, and it was kind of late at night. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. The next day I got up and I gave it a shot, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fire once I started dragging it and putting in other stuff. So I like that. So I'm gonna rock with that. Now I'm gonna find some kind of sound. I'm just gonna drag the chord progression up in here. I think I'm gonna change the way the chord progression is though. I think I just want it to be long notes. let's go ahead and find a sound first. Find a sound first, and then we'll decide if we want to do that. CP. Like, I love these sounds for lo-fi. All right, Carlos, man, have a good evening. Joshua, what's good? Oh, you're not you, Carlos. Explosive, you're out, bro. Have a good night, man. Yeah, you'll definitely hear some more synthwave from me. I'm probably gonna go into a... Ooh, I like that. I'm probably gonna go into a synthwave phase after I finish making this lo-fi kit. So I think I'm going to... I want these to be long chords. So I'm gonna delete this. Just gonna get some long chords up in here. I guess I could have just deleted them and fixed it. Doesn't sound deep enough. Probably not gonna get a super deep sound with this. Whatever that funky transistor noise is in the background is kind of dope to me. All right, so now let's go ahead and take this and we're going to strum these. Yo, that like that ambience noise in there is so fire. Um, I mean, I'm definitely a fan of what Omnisphere did. I'm definitely a Omnisphere fanboy though. That's for sure. Without a shadow of a doubt. As y'all can see, it's only Musia and Omnisphere tonight. Go ahead and save this real quick. Stream V2. I'm going to find a library. Because everything is like I said, it's all, and these are fire too. They got a bunch of different stuff that's just like retro sounds. It's got the reverse delay on there. Oh, this is fire right here. This noise right here. Like, listen to this. Listen to this. Sounds like somebody's talking. All right, so let's see what kind of effect I got on. All right, enough of that. Enough of these shenanigans. Let's go ahead and get to the next piece. All right, so now we'll see about a different melody that we had in there. I like the melody that was in there. My 4 cents. Tape solo boy. Remix, baby. Ah, just messed that up. At least I know where I was at. Tape solo boy, remember that. Backwards kids. This one. Oh my god, I hate that sound. The default Omnisphere sound is the worst sound in the world. It probably wouldn't be so bad because it's just a regular saw, but it's like it's the sound you always hear when you're thinking about playing something else. If that makes sense. So it's like you're always expecting to hear something else, and then you hear that noise. It's probably why it's the worst noise. Retroland. Tape boys. Tape solo boy. Oh, what am I looking for? View. I think we did what, D minor this time? You gonna give me my scale highlighting. What you gonna do? it sounds, but I guess it'll work. Alright, so I'm going to take all this. I'm not using any of this. I'm just going to take what I got, Control C, Control B, copy it over and use this. Everything. Alright, so this is definitely going to need some EQ on it though. About to throw a heavy reverb on there. Go ahead and radio this. Yeah, it sounds kind of fire. I like that. Kind of like with the distortion, that delay on there though. It gives it more life. Um, Go ahead and add. We'll add one more instrument in there. I'm probably not going to use Musia again though, for the simple fact that I just like completely changed that whole melody around. But see, like you see how I just, do you guys see what I did with the plugin? That's what I recommend. So like when I get like these plugins and like they do the AI and stuff like that, this is how I use them. So I get an idea, and like in case you ever wondered like what do they mean by like get an idea, you know, with the MIDI or whatever, or something like that. That's what they basically mean is I found some chords, and then you see I changed the chord progression, so I made them long chords versus short chords. I could have changed this around, but I didn't. Then I strummed them, and then I found a kind of a melody that I liked, and the melody I completely changed the melody up. You know, obviously you guys were in here. I completely changed the melody up, and then I got rid of the second part, and then I copied it over and then changed that. So whenever you hear somebody saying "take it and make it your own," this is what they mean. Because you would have never guessed that that was the same start that I got, because it was like the chords were split up differently. And Dame, what's good, bro? Welcome. Oh, kind of wanna, even if I, yeah, it's time. Let's crack this nylon sky open. I don't know which one of these presets I want to use though. They're all fire. God, that reverb sounds so. Not gonna sound good. Should just throw some strings up here. Just not gonna fit. Oh, here we go. Flat face killer. What's up, bro? Welcome. I don't know if that, I don't know how it's gonna fit. I might have to just be like a, and I guess I do have a couple different places for variation. Oh, it's not. I don't know how I'm about to put this beat together. I got like two different parts. It'll all flow together, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. For the chorus, maybe I'll just have that distorted sound be the chorus. Then I'll just use the other parts for the main part of the beat. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's go ahead and save this one more time. Find some drums, putting it together. Well, I gotta see. Nobody told me. I need to see if the Braves won. Wasn't looking good earlier. It's only that can't be right. Gotta be later than the top of the sixth. It's like midnight. The game should be over. Houston won. That's why y'all didn't want to tell me. I get it though. I get it. I get it. All right, lo-fi. Like I have these other kits, but I don't necessarily like. The only kit that I really like for lo-fi is this one. This is like my favorite of all the kits. React no. I don't know if this is gonna work. Yo, how have you updated your logic yet? Because they got that. I know with the newest update, they just got that Dolby feature where you can set up the Dolby surround sound. I'm like almost I'm almost to the point to where I'm about to start using Logic more often. Um, I definitely considered it last night because everything doesn't work perfectly on the M1 and FL Studio, and it kind of frustrates me sometimes because I like, obviously, if you watch the channel, I like FL Studio, what I prefer, but I can't always use it on my Mac, and it frustrates me. This is gonna be fun. There for now. It's like, nah, fam, you're gonna have to export some of this stuff out. See, this is what normally happens on my computer with Omnisphere, because it'd be so CPU intensive. So we're gonna have to export stuff out. All right, so let's go ahead and render this as an audio quick. Render this down. My computer's like, nah, bro, we're not doing the. Oh, okay, my fault. That's what you're talking about. I wasn't trying to call you out. Ah, damn. When the CPU is too much. Come on, fam. The little Microsoft thing came up in the window to say the end process. We'll see if it ends the process. Mark Maddock, what's up, bro? Yeah, I might have to shut this down and open it back up. It does not look like it's playing right now. One day, I'll have a different laptop or computer to use for these streams. Won't be today. I'm soon. Jesus, it's so frustrating. Put it down. Put it down. Close the program, obviously. All right, let's try this again. My week's been treating me pretty good, man. Football team was off Sunday, so I couldn't be sad about that. Braves won yesterday, they lost today. Can't be sad about that. Blue screen of death though. Hopefully it was just taskmaster screen. Kind of making, I don't know what this beat is. I don't know if it's a boom bap or a lo-fi. It's something in that vibe. I just made a pretty fire lo-fi beat before this though. Messing with are you gonna blue screen of death me? This is what we're doing? Might have to reboot this computer. So in that time we can all converse. Here we go. Look at that ugly mug. This is how you know you're getting old. You see when you can see a nose hair in a picture. That's the sign of getting old right there. Can't see any mini grays, but you can definitely see that nose hair. Yeah, man, CPU be killing me sometimes. No, my highlights have been you weren't here. This Omnisphere dropped Sonic extensions, and that's been my highlight. I've been just messing with that. I got that yesterday. I got 3 of the extensions, and it's funny because it was like when I was messing with them, I was like, at first I was like, man, I don't know if I like these, and then I got to the one that I didn't think I was gonna like, and I was like, oh, this is fire. And then when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty phenomenal. It's funny how that works sometimes, but obviously I couldn't go through every sound. Almost finished with the samples for the lo-fi kit. That's a positive as well. Not much, man. What about you? What's been the highlight of your week? And night always goes by too fast. It's always like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, where did my night go? If this ever will load up, so I can export the track, so I can get some drums on here. I should play a beat or something, huh, while I'm waiting for this to load. What do I have queued up? What do I have queued up? Do 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 do. Ah, come on, open. This is why I hate this old laptop. Cue up this deep Jupiter beat. My attention. Yeah, that was yeah, I feel that, Mark. I feel you, bro. It's all good, Jason. Welcome. Glad you can get here where you can get here. That was my attempt at making a synthwave beat. I think it came out all right. Go ahead and try this again. Beat this. And I don't know if that's going to be enough. I might have to get one more. I don't know which patch is the patch that's killing the CPU usage. Alright, so that's gonna work, I guess. But I can't have all that stuff playing at the same time, so. It's fine. I wish I remembered what kick I was using. Something down here, though. I don't think that's gonna fit, but I like the way I like the cut of this one's jib. I know everything was down here, but I don't. Alright. So let me get the levels straight on this stuff first. Alright, that'll do, donkey, that'll do. And get some drums in here. Got that drum knocking now. Alright, so I'm going to copy these kicks over to pattern 1. Cut them here. Oh. I'll be right back, fellas. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna play that, I'll just play that synthwave song again real quick for you guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, fellas. I had to go right now. Chad, man, appreciate that, my guy. I mean, if you ask me here, you can ask me here, or you can always hit me up on Instagram. I typically try to answer messages on Instagram. You can send me an email as well if you want. I mean, it doesn't matter. If you got a question, you can ask it. I'm here. I'll try my best to answer it. I forgot where I was at. What was I doing? Ah, you know what? I forgot about the last beat. I gotta go back and mess with that. I gotta do that now. I'll come back. I'll come back to this beat. But I just remembered something about the last beat that I completely forgot, and I'll never remember it if I don't remember to fix it right now. Completely forgot that I made a completely different pattern for my hi-hats and my snare, and I forgot to put it in the beat. And nobody even said nothing. No, I didn't say I had to take a dump. To that synthwave beat. Maybe the next one, that one's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those people, once I'm done with the beat, I'm done with the beat. I'm on to the next one. I say that as I'm going back to an old beat to fix. Oh, man. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to, if you have a URL, you won't be able to send it in the chat, but you can send it to my Instagram. Just send me a private message, and when I get off the stream, I'll answer the question. I'm almost done with the stream anyway. I'm just gonna finish this beat, and then it'll be over. Not this beat that I'm loading up, but the beat that I'm working on. But it's basically done. I just got to put a bass line on there. I just don't want to forget about this perk loop that I had when I go back and export this beat out, because I will completely forget about it. I can't believe I forgot about it. I want to hear all that sounds. For the gram, just type in something HTK, just like the YouTube channel. But there's no space, and then you should be able to find me. So I'm just gonna listen to this one more time so I can hear what it sounds like with that little part going into the chorus. All right, that's good. Sorry, I just had to add that in there. Yeah, Cakewalk's not bad. I used Cakewalk many moons ago, probably maybe 11, 12 years ago. Um, but I mainly use Cakewalk for recording. It's not a bad software. Um, Obviously I prefer FL Studio for beat making to any plugin. Um, but all DAWs do, I don't want to say they all do the same thing because they don't all do the same thing. Some people will say, "Oh man, I forgot to switch the screen back. Y'all didn't want to tell me." Some people will say, "All DAWs do the same." They don't do the same thing. Different DAWs are very strong at certain things, and like with FL Studio, what I absolutely love about this plugin, no plugin can touch this right here. The piano roll. There is no there is no DAW, Ableton, uh Logic, Reaper, there is no DAW that can touch the piano roll on FL Studio, and it's so dope because you can do so much with the piano roll, like panning notes, note velocities, release, aftertouch, everything, and then the way that it's laid out, how easy it's to use, doing your 808 slides, it's just the best piano roll, and that's probably why I've stuck with this plugin so long, is because of the piano roll. And then I love the way that the drums sound in FL Studio. I feel like natively dropping a drum in FL Studio, it's automatically going to sound better than in any other plugin. Not to say that you can't get the drums to sound good or something like that, but I feel like if you drop the same drum in Logic and Ableton and FL Studio, it's going to sound better in FL Studio to start. But there's things about FL Studio that aren't great, like you can record in FL Studio, but it's probably better to record in like Logic or Ableton because the original sound is going to sound better. You can get it to sound similar or the same, but the way that it's coded and the way that it is, it's just better to record in other plugins or other DAWs. But again, you can get it to sound good. It just takes a little more work. So there's like positives and negatives. The sampling in Ableton is the best of any plugin because of how you can warp tracks and how everything just warps to tempo as soon as you drop it in, and it'll just fix it for you and does all this stuff. So every plugin has its positive and it has its negatives. But for me, the channel rack is cool too. I could get by without the channel rack because I like the piano roll, but the channel rack is dope too because you can hi-hats, you can simply fill these two steps. It saves you so much time, and then you can mess with the velocities and all this stuff, panning and all that stuff over here, just like it's in the piano roll. So no plugin can touch the piano roll and the channel rack on FL Studio. And that's why I like it so much. I mean, honestly, that and the way the drums sound. I used to use Cubase. Yeah, the piano roll, bro, is everything. It's everything. Um, I used Cubase for probably after I switched from Cakewalk. I went from Cakewalk to Cubase. So from maybe 2009 or 2010 all the way up to about 2018, I recorded in Cubase 5. But it's on my old computer that's behind these panels over here, and I just can't use I can't really get plugins on there because it's a Windows 7 computer. The computer is old, it's dirt. You know, it's just a super old computer that can't handle processing of plugins. So I probably would still record in Cubase 5. I loved it, but now I just record in FL Studio because it's just hooked up to both my computers, you know? Both computers I use have FL Studio, so it's just easier. But I think I'm gonna start recording in Logic since I have that as well. And now I don't record in my little PC that I'm making the beats on right now. I only record in my Mac. So since I only record in the Mac, I might switch to Logic because I know recording on Logic is better. And plus they got little things like I'm old school. What's up, Kel Bell? Welcome. I'm old school. So when I record, it's like one take. I'm about to sit down and record one take. If I mess up a take, then I gotta redo it. Like I don't punch in. I'm not saying that it's not okay to punch in, but I don't punch in. I don't roll like that. I'm old school. So if I can't record it in one take, I can't perform it. So I need to get it in one take so that way I can perform it. So, but I know with Logic, there's a bunch of stuff to make punching in easier and stuff like that. And there's things in there that make cutting out the breaths and stuff easier as well. And it's easier, you know, obviously I'm not going to be slicing pieces together, but it's easier to slice pieces together in Logic than it is in FL Studio. So there's pros and cons to all the plugins or all the DAWs. I'm not going to sit here and say one's better than the other. I prefer FL Studio, and for beat making, I feel like it's easier to learn and it's prettier. Of all the DAWs, it looks the best. I mean, I know that's like something that's so, you know, meh, doesn't really matter. But when you're looking at something 24/7, I just feel like this looks the best of every single DAW. Like there's no DAW that looks better than this, my personal opinion. Ableton looks like freaking Microsoft Excel. Logic doesn't look bad, but this one is by far the prettiest. I gotta find an 808 that I want to use. Boo boo boo. Doo doo doo. I'm gonna make a beat one day only using an 808. So I'm gonna use the 808 as the melodic piece too. It's gonna be like doo doo doo. Shift C. I need to find a different 808 before I even push play because I used this 808 on the last beat. Before I even push play, we're gonna find us an 808. Control L. Control L. Remix, baby. Remix, baby. Yeah, I think one takes good character to the track as well, because you can hear, like, I don't know. I think the imperfections make for perfection. You know what's funny? All right, so here goes my TED Talk. We're gonna have to go ahead and go to the main screen for this one. All right, so this guy on Facebook, literally right before I got into I'm actually gonna respond back to his message when I get done with this beat, but my man, y'all know G Williams, GoldenEye. He always comes in here. He's always in the streams and stuff like that. He's always submitting music and stuff. He makes a post in this group that we're in. We're in this group, this home studio recording group, and about 2 microphones. He's like, does anybody have any experience with 2 microphones? I'm not sure what I'm gonna get for my next microphone. I don't know what's the pros and the cons to a tube. And so I was like, my only thing about tubes is I don't have a half hour to wait for it to heat up for me ready to go. I'm ready, I don't have a half hour to get these bars off. I don't have a half hour to wait to get these bars off. So then this dude comes in, chimes in, and he was like, just, you know how people are, well, don't you practice before you get your bars off? Or no, first he's like, well, you shouldn't be writing and recording at the same time. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? I don't write and record at the same time. I'm like, when I'm ready to rap, I've already, perfected the verse and everything. So then he was like, well, you should be practicing before you record and this and that. And I was like, I don't practice before I record. When I'm ready to record, I'm ready to go. So then he was like, your favorite celebrity practices before they record and blah blah blah, and you should really use some humility and humble yourself. He's like, I bet you think that you get everything in one take. And I'm like, nah, bruh. I'm like, I got a raspy voice, so I only get so many takes before my voice don't sound right anymore. So typically I'll write a verse, and then I'll like try to perfect the verse the night before, and then I get up and I might kick it once or so. But when it's time to record, it's time to record. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I'm ready, finally up and ready to go, the first thing I'm going to do is probably record. So it's like, he responds back. He's like, whatever, if you say so, but you should really, trying to give me the spiel on how I should record. And it's like, bro, I've been recording music for 20 something years. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm ready to record, I'm ready to record. I don't want like a half hour to wait for a mic to heat up. God knows what's going to happen in a half hour, because it's not like all I'm doing is recording all day. So, yeah, but the specific tube that he's talking about, the recommended time on that WA8000 is a half hour. So, because I had a tube, I have a tube preamp. So, I mean, I get that, so obviously I've let stuff warm up for 10 minutes before, but like when it gets to like, you got to warm up your microphone for a half hour, 45 minutes, and they say 45 minutes the ideal, 45 minutes to an hour to make it sound its best. So it's like, I don't have 45 minutes to an hour to let a tube mic heat up before I can use it. But see, I have a tube preamp. I don't use it anymore because it gives me too much line noise. So I mean, I understand that you have to. 10 minutes isn't that bad. 10 minutes is like, I turned on the tube preamp, and then I'm getting everything set up. You know what I'm saying? So I turn my computer on, setting up the microphone, whatever. But another 25 to 45 minutes on top of that before I can rap, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it. So like, well, yeah, I mean, but not for like a half hour, 45. It don't take a half hour, 45 minutes in order to get your computer going and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It takes 5 minutes at the longest. 5 minutes with setting up, because I when I record now, I set those pads up like they're a booth. So then I box in the microphone and then I wrap in that little enclosure. So then it cuts off all the reflections from around me. And then typically I'm aimed this way. So there's not very many, obviously you see I have panels and stuff up. So I don't typically have a lot of reflections and stuff. So including the time it takes me to set up the panels, turn the computer on, plug the mic in, turn the interface on, turn the music on, get the music in the computer, and get the software going. That's 5 minutes. That's five. That's it. 5 minutes to do all that. So like, I couldn't imagine what I would do for another half hour. Be unmotivated, be mad. Quiax, and I don't know if I said what's up, but if I didn't, what's up? Welcome. All right, let me finish this up. Sorry. Thanks for joining my TED Talk. I'm gonna do some kind of automation on this one though. Yeah, I don't know what kind of tube it uses. I just know that it's supposed to take like at least a half hour to heat up. I don't have a half hour to wait. That's like a huge turn off to me. Like I would just for that stick with, getting that TLM 103. Oh, I forgot. I need some kind of perk in here. I really don't want to put anything else in. Maybe I'll make this. All right, so maybe I'll just kind of need some kind of perk in here though. But I really don't feel like putting a perk in here. Decisions. I got it on 30% swing. No, I've never tried go false. Oh yeah, I always use swing, Jason. Yeah, basically, that's, I mean, you guys are explaining it to a T. Swing basically kind of humanizes your drums. So, um, I mean, I typically always, that's what, I don't know, that's what this is right here for anybody who doesn't know. So you see how it's orange? I have it like on a 30% swing. So if no swing, it sounds like this. But with the swing up, you'll be able to hear that like the kicks are hitting different. Um, but I always turn swing on. I always turn swing on, and I always, let me play this real quick. But I always turn swing on. Well, most of the time I turn swing on. I don't necessarily always turn on a trap beat. If I'm doing a boom bap beat or a lo-fi beat, I always turn swing on. And then I always shift the hi-hats as well, to humanize them more too. So as you can see, I always shift the hi-hats. I mess with the velocities, and then I always shift them so that they don't sound so robotic. That's how I like always get kind of like that little, that more human feel. Yeah, don't go too high though with if you start using swing, because if you go too high, it's gonna sound like this. That actually doesn't sound bad though. That actually doesn't sound bad. I'm about to run with that swing right there. But typically that doesn't work. Oh, my camera died again. But typically that don't work. Typically you can't throw your swing up to 100 and it sound like it's ready to roll. And these batteries are killing me. All right, we got action, Craig. But yeah, man, that that sounds so fire, bro. The swing on this one. I'm glad y'all started talking about swing because that sounds so fire. Now I wanna throw some kind of effects on here though, but I don't know what I want to do as far as. Let me go ahead and before I forget, let me split the channel. Put this my channel. Yeah. So here's Far's what's good, fam? Welcome. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. Here's the problem I'm having right now. I mean, I have to easily fix it by a cut, but like I always talk smack about doing an intro that's 8 bars long with a boom bap beat. I'm always like, man, make that intro 4 bars. If it's under 100, and get the beat going. But since I'm just using Musia to do that, to start the beat off with, I'm like, I made it to 8 bars. And now it's like, I don't really want to make an 8-bar intro. I might just cut it. I might just cut it at 4 and drop it. I do want to kind of do an intro on this one. Kind of want to use. Kind of want to use stutter edit. I haven't used that in a while. Come on, Cletus. Jesus, why is it acting like a little low snitch? Moving over, moving. Let's go ahead and. Doing all this messing around. I don't even like that. Go ahead and create automation clip. Do it like That's the only thing I hate about Stutter Edit is it doesn't always act right. Okay. If that's how you're gonna act, that's how you're gonna act. I hate this plugin sometimes. Like, why wouldn't you just why? Okay, whatever. I don't care. I'll just use you to start the second verse off then. Whatever. Whatever. I'm done with this. Get out of here. I'm only going to use you for the second verse. Restart the verse. Look at all this crap. Dude. I swear to God, I just pushed right here. you stutter edit. I don't know why you're acting like a little old bitch tonight, but I'm kind of pissed me off. Just wasted 20 minutes of my life. I don't know why I be acting like that sometimes. It's like one of my favorite plugins, but when it don't want to work, it don't want to work. Be acting like a little old bitch. Use my language. That shit pisses me off though. Literally just wasted 20 minutes getting that 30-second part of the beat right, and the shit didn't want to work right. I'm using that shit. Fuck that. like it's just gonna start the beat off, and that's the only place we're gonna use it. F it. We're using it. Oh, no wonder it sounded all off. All right. Um. Yeah. Sorry about that, the camera. Yeah, I don't even know what I would call this. I wouldn't necessarily call it lo-fi, but I wouldn't call it maybe like a mix between like boom bap and lo-fi. I don't know. I don't know. I like it. I rap over it. Seems like a decent beat to me. Um, so what's your MIDI? What music program are you using? Or what DAW are you using? Oh man, I'm sleepy, y'all. About to call it a night here in a sec. Tomorrow night, the review I gotta do tomorrow night is gonna take so long because I'm doing one. Obviously, you guys have been here, so you guys know already how fire the new Omnisphere sonic extensions are. But in order to do a good review on it, to do it justice, it's gonna take so much footage because there's so many presets. I'm probably not even gonna make a demo beat for this one because there's so many presets. Like a demo beat with like 3 sounds just doesn't do the plugin justice. Um, Now I was asking that because if you used FL Studio, I was going to be able to walk you through how to find the keyboard, the MIDI keyboard. I don't know how to I've never used waveform before, so I don't know how to um, detect the keyboard in that program. I can't walk you through it because sometimes like FL Studio will lose the keyboard and it doesn't want to find it, so you just have to, you know, go through your settings again and unplug everything. Sometimes you got to just turn your computer off too. MPC beats. I'm not even gonna say it anymore because I've been saying it for like 6 months, and I'm gonna get back to making some MPC beat tutorials. It's just that so much stuff has come out. I need to make another tutorial on MPC beats. I'm rusty though, man. I haven't used that plugin, and I haven't used that DAW in like 7 months. I know y'all seen that. Yeah, I haven't used that DAW in like 7 months, man. It feels where it's at. And like I probably, being honest, my channel would be much bigger if I would have just stuck with doing NPC beat tutorials, but they're harder to do because they take so much time and I don't always necessarily have 3, 4 hours to sit down and make the video, and then it takes forever to edit those videos because it's so much time. And then I feel like I can help more people if I do like reviews and like, because working at FL Studio, there's so many people that do FL Studio tutorials that everybody typically knows what FL Studio looks like. So you can correlate EQ and stuff like that to your plugin or your DAW. So I just feel like I can do more helping, you know what I'm saying, a bigger, broader audience of people sticking with this because it's just more familiar with me. It's just easier. FL Studio is much easier for me to use in MPC Beats without a shadow of a doubt. Some of the things in MPC Beats work, they're smart on an MPC, but they're not smart in the plugin. Like it makes absolutely no sense that you have to do programs. Like you shouldn't have to do a program in order to make a beat. Like that kills me. It's like working backwards. Like versus this, it's just it's so easy. It's so easy to arrange a beat in FL Studio. It's like it's just so easy. Like I can copy everything over. It's just so much easier. I mean, obviously, you know. Right, but did you restart your computer? Sometimes just restarting your computer will fix it. I'm gonna try to reach out when I get 10K. I'm gonna do a giveaway for a bunch of stuff. So I've got a bunch of companies, you know, willing to give some stuff up. Hey, I appreciate that, Adrian. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But I got a bunch of companies already willing to give some stuff for this giveaway. So I'm gonna see if I can reach out to FL. Maybe they'll, you know, you never know unless you ask. And so, you know, if I'm like, hey man, I do all these tutorials in FL Studio. You know, I promote y'all all the time. I talk about how great you are. I get a copy to give away in a giveaway. They might give it to me. That would be dope. And I'm not sure though on this one yet. But I have so many headphones. I was thinking about getting new pads for my old headphones and giving those away along with the AKG K40s. Cause I can't foresee myself using those the headphones that I use forever, those Audio Technicas. I just can't foresee myself ever going back to those and using those again. So I was thinking about maybe giving those away or something like that too. I got these now. I've got these and I love these. I don't know. And then I'm torn about maybe giving away my MPK, my Kai MPK 25, because I don't use that anymore either. But I would keep that. The only reason I'm thinking about keeping that is because if I ever do any MPC tutorials, that thing syncs up perfectly with the MPC. I've never even tried to use this keylab with the MPC yet, but I know that MPK 25 works perfect. Find the doll that suits you and vote for HDK in 2022. Hey, my man's a poet and didn't even know it. Vote for me and you'll get to hear this every day.
My girl abandoned, her soul's a thief to my actual heart. But when I got the Molly, she beyond that. She let me clap her cheeks.
I gotta get more comfortable using these things too, because I don't even use them. I mean, I've never thought about checking it out. Let's look at it real quick. I am gonna be doing more videos where I do test out DAWs and stuff like that. Like when I do those videos though, it's not like the end all be all. So like, just because I may take me a while to get it or something like that doesn't mean it's, you know, I think they trash or anything like that. I know you can do anything with any DAW. I don't even think I've heard of waveform hundreds of times, but I've never even looked at it. So let's look at it real quick. I've never like Googled it. I want to try Bitwig too. I think that's what it's called, Bitwig. I want to try that one too. But next is Luna. I just gotta do it. I just gotta get time and do it. I haven't even. The other day I meant to watch a bunch of videos on it, but then what? Deep Jupiter and Creepy Piano 2 came out the night I was gonna shoot that video. Both those plugins came out. So then I ended up doing the review on Creepy Piano 2 Lite, which is fire. And then I did the review on Deep Jupiter the next day. And so then I didn't even get to it because I had, what did I do a review on after that? Oh, I did a review on that Yum Audio thing. All that stuff came out at the same time. And so like I didn't get to, you know, I wasn't trying to record 3 videos in one night. So I was doing live streams during the weekend. So it was already difficult enough that I was doing a live stream, then recording a video after the live stream, then editing it, then getting up and going to work. So I had family in town this weekend as well. Um, so I never got to that Luna tutorial. Waveform 11. They've got 11 of them. Oh, it's traction. I used to have one of these. I think before it was called waveform though. Maybe it was called waveform. I don't know. But I don't know which one. But I had one of these, but I never used it. I couldn't really get into it. I had this at the time that I was anyway. Oh, excuse me. Maybe it was about 11 years ago when I first started using FL Studio again. I had like an old version of Traction, and I was debating on what DAW I was going to use to make beats with because I didn't really like the workflow of making beats with the Cubase. So, and I didn't like the workflow of making beats with Cakewalk too. And this is when Cakewalk was still paid, when it was Sonar. So I had all this cracked software on my computer, but I had everything. I had all the cracked software. It's part of why I say don't get cracked software, because that cracked software blew that computer up, and it blew the computer up a month before I had to drop an album, and I lost everything. So then I had to re-record all my vocals and find all the beats that I had, and because I'd purchased a bunch of beats at that time, I wasn't really confident in my producing, so I wasn't producing beats. But all those cracked plugins blew my computer up, blew it up. I had one of my friends who's a computer technician at this school called Brown Talbot in Omaha, which is like a really high-end school. He was like, dude, I have never seen a computer look like yours, dude. It like all the way melted on the inside. Like those cracked plugins messed it up so bad. Maybe, maybe one day FL Studio will work with me. I mean, it's hard for me to I gotta taper my expectations because like, there's people out there with it's a ghost. It looks kind of dope like that though. There's a short in that light though. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just there's so many people who do FL Studio stuff. I don't. It'd be probably a while before FL Studio gets to me. I'm working on some trying to get with some other companies though. I can't really talk about it because it's not in motion yet. But I might become an affiliate for a couple of different companies, which would be dope because then I would get software and I would get hardware. That would be dope. But nothing set in stone. And then I'm trying to become a sample maker for um this software. Basically, I'll be like a sample maker for somebody who makes music that people put in movies and stuff like that, and trailers and stuff like that. But that's not set in stone either. That's probably the best chance of happening though, because I work with these people on a lot of stuff that they do. Like I give them feedback. I'm already an affiliate. I've judged some contests that they've hosted and stuff like that. So I think that one would be solid. Because then I could just focus on making samples and making YouTube videos because it'd be like a full-time position. It'd be like every day I'd make a certain amount of samples and it would just be like a full-time job. That would be fire. But that's not even an option till after January, and they might not even need me, so we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out. I'll do a video on it. I'll do a video on it and give my honest opinion. Not gonna be like soon, probably. Let me write it down with the rest of the ideas. But because I know for the next I already have my next 4 videos planned, 5 videos planned if I can get the Luna one done. But something's gonna come out within that time probably, because that's gonna take me up to like the 6th. So I know there's gonna be other plugins that come out. So I'll probably, it's just, that's the hard thing about this doing YouTube, is that like what I do is I always try to bring you guys the new plugins when they come out, and so sometimes it throws off your plan. You know what I'm saying? Like I plan to do all this stuff, but because I have a list of videos that a bunch of the subscribers want to see. Then I have a list of videos that I want to do, and then I have a list of videos that I have to do. So it's like I'm like, realistically, I'm like 30-40 videos deep. Like I'll never run out of material. Like I'll never run out of stuff to do. Yeah, that creepy piano too is dope. For real. You know what's funny too is that I kind of knew um sorry, I'm for real writing this down in this list of videos to do. See, this is the list of videos that viewers want to see. And then I have on my phone notes, I have a list of for real like 25-30 different videos. And then I have some videos in a notebook somewhere as well. Not important. You don't have that much room for a computer. Yeah, my all my stuff is good now, but before, I'm not gonna say that I have never cracked anything, but I get kind of lucky too, though. Like since I do these reviews and stuff, I do get kind of lucky that a lot of people send me stuff. But I pay for a lot of stuff. Like Sonic extensions, that stuff wasn't free. Omnisphere, I bought that. Omnisphere, I bought that when I got it. Um, I paid for Analog Labs, but I got a keyboard, so it came with Analog Labs. I paid for pigments. Um, I paid for a bunch of stuff. I paid for Shaper Box 2, even though if I would have waited, I could have probably got that for free. Because after I did a review on Noise Shaper, they sent me all the rest of their plugins, and then they told me they were going to send me stuff early so I can check it out from now on. That was cool. So if I would have waited, if I would have waited, I probably wouldn't have had Noise Shaper, because I got Shaper Box when it was on sale. It was on sale for like half off or something, like $50. And I bought it within the time span of, if you bought it before or after this date, they gave you Noise Shaper for free. So I got Noise Shaper for free and did that review. And then that review made cable guys want to mess with me, which was dope, No, it's all good, man. I'll see what I can do with that free version. I know I'm gonna do waveform. I'm gonna do, like I said, Bitwig. I'll probably do Reaper, Reason. I'll probably do all that stuff. I'll probably get around to all of it. Um, probably get around to all of it. I am probably gonna start messing with, like I said, Logic a little more though, because it's I have it. It came on my computer. I think Logic is pretty fire. It's just not as good as FL. All right, y'all. I'm about to be out. I'll be back on Friday. You know, you already know what it is. I'll be back on Friday. We'll be cooking up some more heat, getting ready for Sunday. I don't know. I want to do something special Sunday, but I don't know. I want everybody to send me Halloween beats. Make your Halloween beats for Sunday. But I'll holler at y'all.